How are you, mate?
Not bad, not bad.
First time we've worked together.
It is, you know.
I've been really looking forward to this.
So have I. I've been jealous of you and Craig Mitch and all the stuff you've been doing on the Fridays.
Craig, Commercial Craig, we call him.
Craig.
He's gone all YouTube famous, and
isn't he?
Gives it the big un.
He loves it.
J-Lings and all that. He loves it.
Yeah. I've noticed that as well. Are you over England yet? Are we over it yet, or are we still? No.
I'm definitely not over it. I mean, it was. I have to say, I had a great time. I ended up in a pub in Hammersmith, the Prince. It was amazing. I
saw you tweet out. I don't know where to go. Where am I going to go to watch this?
You know, I had the biggest nightmare, but then turned into the luckiest thing ever. I was in charge of the event, sorting it out. I had 5
Who put
mates.
you in charge?
I don't know. I absolutely no idea. I obviously thought I could blag somewhere. My blagging skills were not on. They're miles off it. I couldn't find anywhere. So I actually ended up just putting on Instagram, having a beast. Can't find anywhere to go. And someone messaged me and said, "Mate, I've got tickets to the game. I got them last night. I've also got 6 tickets at the Prince in London. You can have my tickets. They won't do a refund. You can have for free." And I was like, I thought, this must be a stitch up. He's winding me up.
Yeah.
So I obviously messaged him, and he said, no, I've got tickets. You can have them. So he sent me the tickets over. I went down there. I thought, go down there. I said, look, I'll give you something for them, mate, if it all works out. And it was the best night. It was unbelievable. Apart from obviously the result, it was just a great. There was Scottish fans there, English fans there, singing. It was brilliant. The atmosphere was great. In terms of the game, it was shocking. I was.
Mate, we got 3 hours to unpack it. To be honest with you.
I mean, are we going to get into it now? Because I'm going to let off.
I know you are. I absolutely know you are. Johnny Owen's with us as well. He obviously is a bit more happier with his team's performances. Johnny, Merthyr Town Football Club, enjoying it right now?
Oh, boys, it's the best. Everybody's buzzing in Wales. We played great the other night. I'm just delighted to be there. And it's just fantastic. Everybody's really enjoying the tournament. All the pubs are packed out for the games. It's just fantastic.
What's the feeling now in terms of how far Wales can go in this? Look, potentially they could play Finland or Russia next. Potentially in the last. I mean, that's not bad, is it?
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we love our football team, and the big thing for us is qualifying for a major tournament. And I think once we get there, we're very relaxed. There's no pressure on the boys, and we always seem to do well, And I think there's a real attitude here of we just take every game as it comes. Like I said, there's no pressure on them. We're already delighted. The 2 big players, Bale and Ramsey, had a fantastic game in the week, and I think that was the difference between us. We're all looking on at England a little bit bemused by the way that you're all acting. This way you'd lost every game 4-0. You still haven't conceded a goal yet, and you got 4 points. So it's a bit like, I think England
our standards are very high, though, John.
Yeah, I was going to say,
our standards are high, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a bit like, honestly, I think England will be fine. I genuinely do. I mean, they still, like I said, they still haven't conceded a goal yet, and I think there's a big performance to come from England. That's my feeling, anyway.
What do you think Rob Page is going to do today against Italy? You think you're going to rest a few now?
Yeah, definitely. I think there'll be some changes. I think Kiefer Moore is on a yellow card, and he's really important to us. So I think he'll probably be rested as well. And he likes playing this false 9 sometimes as well. So I'd imagine he'd bring Harry Wilson in. David Brooks might have a run out as well. So yeah, I think we'll have a few. There's no pressure on us, as like I said. I don't think anybody's expecting too much against Italy. We'd all take a draw. We'd snap your hand off for a draw. And Italy are very good. They've started well. They've scored lots of goals. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. As long as we don't concede early, I think we could hold out for a draw. I'd be delighted with the point.
The biggest thing that I took from your comments about Wales, and this is what I worry about with England, is pressure.
Yeah.
Like there's no pressure on Wales, and I feel like with England, there's just so much pressure all the time. Remember the World Cup when we actually did do well and got to semi? It was the first time no one really cared.
No,
it was like, well,
if we do something,
we do something, we do it, And then we played out. All of a sudden, I feel like in this Euros, and Johnny's right. We got 4 points, ain't conceded a goal, but everyone's like we're the worst team in the competition.
It's weird, Johnny, though, isn't it? Because a lot was made about England's attack in this tournament. No one was all concerned about the defence. The defence hasn't conceded a goal.
No,
the attack's only scored 1.
Yeah.
We haven't created that many chances either.
No, there's a lot of talk and debate about Harry Kane, isn't there, that he hasn't produced. Yeah, listen, I think Harry Kane is a world-class forward. Do you know what I mean? One of the best players in the world, and I think he'll come good. It's just at the moment it's just not quite firing for him, is it? Wales, ironically, the front four. Ali McCoist was very interesting the other morning. He was saying that Wales have probably got one of the most difficult front fours to set up against, because if you sit deep against us, then you got Bale and Ramsey, who are technically very good players. You got a very traditional number 9, Kiefer Moore, who's physical, but also if you push up the pitch against us, you've got Dan James, who's one of the quickest players to get behind you. So, we've got a very good combination up front, Wales, and that seems to have fired, quite quickly, especially in the Turkey game, and I think that's why we're dangerous.
But you know what as well, with Ramsey, and I feel like it's what England are missing a little bit. Ramsey makes them deep runs from midfield. He gets in the box, so he creates space for other people. If he doesn't
breaks
get
the lines,
he breaks the lines, and you've got Bale who isn't afraid to try and hit passes and try something out of the ordinary. I feel like with England, we haven't really got that. We haven't got a midfielder that's really trying to break into the box.
You know what's key there, and you just mentioned it there, and you mentioned 2 players, Ramsey, experience. How many caps has Ramsey got? 70 plus. Gareth Bale, experience. Joe Allen, experience. You look at England's midfield, and they're good. Mason Mount, a handful of caps.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So is Declan Rice, so is Calvin Phillips. It's a good midfield, inexperienced though, isn't it? Very inexperienced.
We're too scared to get beat. Because it's a young side, and all of a sudden there is this massive pressure on England. I feel like they're too scared to try something that for their club team. How many times do you see Calvin Phillips get the ball for Leeds off the back four and zing one 70 yards and put it into space? Happy to do it. Give the ball away if you have to, but they're trying things,
Declan Rice is scared to cross the halfway line.
I just look at England and I just think, just try something. It might not come off, but it might open the game up, or it might a centre-half might make a mistake, or it might just nod it down and someone picks it up and you get the seconds. I feel like it's all too sideways. Everything's sideways. We're like crabs.
I feel like
we're too scared to give the ball away.
I promise this wasn't supposed to be it. We've started Jamie already.